Be happy. Simple words, it's a simple title, but it's not really that simple for everybody. For me, it's pretty simple. I'm just happy because I choose to be happy. I like to be happy. But for others, it may not be that easy. So hopefully this video can help you maybe find ways to be a little bit happier. Recently, one of my subscribers commented on one of my videos asking where my positive mindset came from. He thought it was awesome that I'm always looking at the good parts of things rather than focusing on the bad, and he just wondered where I thought I got that from. And I thought for a while because I didn't really know. It may have been the way I grew up, the way I was raised, certain things that I've been through in life, and I did a lot of thinking, and I think it really stemmed from what other people would say is like a bad part of my life. And it was a bad part of my life. My sophomore year in college, I hurt my back pretty badly. I had a stress fracture in my L4 and L5 vertebrae, which is my lower back. And obviously, you need your lower back to do a lot of things like walk, sit, everything pretty much. And it definitely had a negative effect on my life. I hated it. I had to wear a brace for actually 4.5 months. I was originally supposed to wear it for 3, and then I had to go back for my checkup, and my back was still hurting. And the doctor told me I had to wear it for another 6 months, and I was absolutely devastated because wearing that brace was terrible. It restricted me from doing any type of movement. Like I'd go to practice and would help pick up balls. I couldn't do other things like other regular baseball practice. I couldn't stand for too long. I couldn't sit for too long. I couldn't sit in my own car to drive because it was too low to the ground. I had to switch it out with my grandma's car and drive that around instead, but I still didn't even like driving because I was uncomfortable. In class, if I sat, I would have to sit in the back of the room because after about 30 minutes of sitting, I'd have to stand up, otherwise my back would be in pain. And I told my teachers this in advance, or my professors, and I didn't want to cause like a big commotion. I didn't want it to be a big deal, so I would sit in the very back of the classroom so that people wouldn't notice me when I stood up, but inevitably people are going to notice when you roll back your chair and get up, and the brace would always make a weird noise when I stood up. It would like crinkle and stuff. And so it just wasn't a good thing overall. Every morning I'd wake up, my back would be in pain. I would hate wearing that brace. I wouldn't want to go to class. I wouldn't want to do anything. I wouldn't want to spend time with friends. All I wanted to do was stay inside and feel bad for myself. And I'm not sure what happened exactly. I'm not sure when it happened, but one day it just kind of clicked. And I thought, yeah, this sucks, but me feeling bad about it isn't changing anything. In fact, I'd argue that feeling bad about it and feeling bad for myself made things worse because I'd wake up expecting to feel bad and then I'd feel bad. And I think the opposite is true, and that's why I like to be happy, is because I expect to be happy, and then it's just kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, if I expect to be happy and I have a positive outlook on things, I'm going to be happy. And so I am happy. And so, yeah, I really do think that my positive outlook on life kind of stemmed from that. And so I think it's really nice because what was a terrible negative part of my life ended up being a positive part. And I think that's another great way to be happy, is to focus on the positives rather than the negatives. I feel like a lot of people spend too much time thinking about what's wrong with something when they could be thinking about what's right about something. So one of the difficult things about videos like this is that I can't give personal advice. I can give generic advice, but that's all, because happiness is very personal. What makes me happy may not necessarily make you happy, and vice versa. But as long as what makes you happy doesn't infringe on the rights of other people, then you really do have a right to be happy, and you should pursue that. Everyone does deserve to be happy, I believe. And nobody but yourself is going to stop you from being happy, as long as you have the right mindset and go about things the right way. Another easy way to be happy, I've found, is to start doing things that promote happiness. I think being appreciative of stuff really helps to be happy. I can't remember where exactly I saw it because I watch a lot of videos and I read a lot of books, so I don't remember where, but I think it was actually a Will Tennyson video, who's one of my favorite YouTubers. He starts the day off, he tried to for at least a little bit. I don't know if he still does it. But he starts the day off by, as soon as he gets out of bed, he says thank you. And so I adopted that because I felt like that was a good thing to do. And so every morning when I wake up, as soon as my feet touch the ground, I say thank you. And at first it seems kind of weird. You're saying thank you to an open room. Like, who are you talking to? But as soon as you say thank you, your brain kind of drifts to the things that you're thankful for. And you start thinking about everything you have and everything you're lucky to have and everything that you've been afforded. And I at least start feeling happy because I really am grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for everything that life has brought me. And just starting the day off every day with that is a great way to feel happy. It brings a lot of positivity. I feel great, and it just pushes me and motivates me to live my day happily, because why shouldn't I? I deserve to be happy, and everyone deserves to be happy. So that's another thing that can really help with being happy, is to be appreciative of what you have. Because if you can't appreciate the little things, how are you ever going to appreciate something bigger? How are you ever going to be happy with yourself if instead of looking at things and being grateful for them, you look at what you don't have? And that's another problem. There's a good and a bad side to everything. But if you yourself look at the good side and choose to look at the good side, then you're going to be more happy. It's as simple as that. Another thing I'd like to talk about is mental health. I'm aware that people have problems. Depression is real. There are chemical imbalances in the brain that cause people to think differently. And it's sad to me because there's not much that I can do about that. There's not much that they can do about that. They rely on doctors or medication to help them feel differently. And that's very unfortunate. I really wish that everyone could just be happy. And I know that's not the case all the time. So I just want to say that I understand that. And sometimes it's not as simple as simply thinking happy, because sometimes it just doesn't work out. And so I don't want to seem like I'm pushing this agenda that's super simple and super easy, because it's not going to be super simple or super easy for everybody. But this is just the way that I think. And, as long as you have shelter, food, water, and somewhere to put those after your body's done processing them, I really do think that you can find things to be happy for. And, some people may have to look a little harder than others, but I really do think that at the end of the day, if you try to be happy, you'll be happy. If it's in your control, there's nothing stopping you from going ahead and changing whatever it is that needs to be done to make it better. A lot of people seem to dwell on the problems, and all that energy could be better invested looking to solve the problem. And I feel like the sadness associated with a lot of problems can be relieved pretty quickly if you just switch your mind from thinking, oh, this sucks, boo-hoo, and start thinking of ways to remedy the problem and to find a solution. Because the sooner you find a solution, the sooner the problem disappears, and the sooner the problem disappears, the sooner the sadness associated with the problem disappears. So yeah, I know life's not perfect. My life is by no means perfect, but nobody said it would be. There's no guarantee when you're born that your life's going to be perfect, and it doesn't matter where you grow up or how wealthy you are. Those things won't change your happiness. You have to be happy from the inside out. And, a lot of people, I feel, get stuck in that notion of, oh, I'll be happy once I have this job, or once I move to this place, and or once I reach a certain weight. So today is Monday, July 27th. I'm going to go ahead and step on the scale. 183.4. Alright, so this is what I look like. Soft, flexed, my sides, my back. So yeah, I think I'm going to diet for another 4 weeks. My original goal is to hit 180 pounds. I'm 183 right now, so I'm getting very close to that. And I don't want to ever get too low, but I do want to get to the point where I can build for my future. because I don't want to have to worry about dieting again in the future. And I mean, obviously, you don't really have to worry. Like, you have the choice to eat however you'd like, but I'd want to have significantly lower body fat so that once I do start lifting, which will be after I stop dieting, I'll be able to just put on muscle over a long period of time and just focus on building strength. And the thing with working out, I'm not working out to get bigger or to get stronger. Those are just byproducts of lifting. I'm lifting because it's fun and it's one of the easiest ways to burn calories and to stay active. And, you know, if you're doing it right, it's really good for the body. The cardiovascular health will be improved from lifting, among other things. And so that's another thing I kind of want to talk about, but I guess I'll save that for another video because this video is already pretty long as it is. But the whole bodybuilding thing, it's great, but it's also bad. You know, there's positive parts to it, there's negative parts to it. And like I said, I'll discuss that in another video. But I just want to make sure that everybody's happy. I'm happy with the body I'm in right now. I was happy back when I weighed 212 pounds, but I knew that I wasn't healthy. And that's what really made me want to change. It wasn't that I wanted to pick up girls or that I wanted to look good with my shirt off. Like, I mean, yeah, that's nice, but it's simply a byproduct of me choosing to eat and live a healthier lifestyle. And I don't know, I just think that's great because I really do think that if you're in it for vain reasons, that you're going to be disappointed in the end, because it kind of like I discussed earlier, you're always going to think about what's wrong with your body. You're always going to look at yourself and ask what could get better rather than appreciate what you have, what you look like. And you know, there's nothing wrong with setting goals. With lifting, for example, I'm going to have goals set for weights that I'd like to be able to lift over a longer period of time. And you know, goals are great to be set because then you strive to achieve the goals. And I feel like if you have goals, once you get them done, you feel so much better about yourself because you know that you got something done and you did it and you proved to yourself that you could. So goals are definitely good, but I don't think that comparing yourself to someone else or thinking that you're not good enough sometimes, I don't think that's very productive. And I mean, people may argue with that, but me personally, I like to just focus on the positives. And when it comes to comparing your body to somebody else's, it's just kind of silly in my opinion because everybody's body is different. Your muscle insertions are different, your genetics are different, your genetic limit is different. And especially when you have people that take steroids and other drugs, they kind of push past those genetic limits. So what you see is actually completely unnatural, and it's almost like a false image because there's no way, regardless of how hard you worked, if you worked out for a decade, look at like Jeff Cavalier from Athlete X or something, like he's actually been in a bit of a controversy lately, but he's been working out for over a decade for sure, and he's got a good physique, like he's healthy, but he looks scrawny compared to all these bodybuilders and stuff. And so like I'm not bashing on bodybuilding. I'm actually a fan of bodybuilding and more so of natural bodybuilding, but I'll do another video about that probably next Monday actually, because it is something that I'd like to talk about, and it is kind of important because I feel like too many people are caught up in this mindset of like, oh, I've got to compare myself to other people or people that they see on social media, stuff like that, and it's not really important. You know, just stay in your own lane, worry about yourself. They probably don't care what you're doing, especially in a gym. You know, people are sometimes a little bit nervous and they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be here, you know, but people don't care. If anything, they're going to help you out. So yeah, back to the video. And I really do think that if you're not happy in the place that you're at now, then you're not going to be happy later either. You're always going to find something wrong with where you're at, and you're not going to be focusing on what's right. And that's what I think is important, is to focus on what's right. Focus on what you have. Focus on what you should be thankful for, because life's precious, and you know, we only get one of them as far as we know. So you might as well live it happily. And to do that, I mean, just be happy. It's really that simple. The choice is up to you. If you want to be happy, be happy. If you want to be sad, I guess you can be sad too. But I choose to be happy because I like being happy. There's nothing like a good old smile, you know? So I hope everyone does something today that makes them happy. You know, I guess that'd be some more advice. You know, if you're not happy with where you are right now, start doing things that make you happy. I like making these videos, like I said. And if I didn't like making them, I just wouldn't. I don't really care about the response, like I said. Like, I'm appreciative of everyone who responds to my videos, but that's not why I make the videos. I make the videos because I like making the videos. I want to put out a message out there. And regardless of how people react to it, that's just how I want to do things. I want to have a lasting effect on the world. When I die, I want people to remember what I left, you know, because nobody remembers what you took or what you consumed. They remember you for what you produce or what you give back. And so with this channel, you know, especially in the future, I really just want to try to give value to the audience, whoever it is that watches these. And that includes myself. As weird as it sounds, sometimes I watch my own videos, especially the weight loss videos. I look back and I'm like, wow, I've made some serious progress. And it's cool to look back. It's like a time calendar thing of my life. And it's kind of cool. I'm so glad that I started this channel because it's just documenting my life. And I'm young, so I have plenty of life left in me, hopefully. And yeah, so that's about it for this video. I hope I could help someone be happy today. As always, thank you for the support. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.